So what had been taking all day for the water to continue rising 4 or 5 feet, in 2 hours the water dropped that entire thing and just kept going.
I'm on my way to Edenville right now to film an update on how things are progressing there with the cleanup, as well as to kind of show what has happened to Wixom Lake.
So this is the M30 bridge.
That's 30 bridge.
How long have you lived here in this residence here in Edenville?
24 years. 24 years, and watching this happen. The water actually came down through there.
There it goes. There it goes. There we go, there's the rush.
And that right there, that's where the water came when she breached.
Kind of where all the trees are missing in that area.
Right, that used to be nothing but forest. That's a park.
Oh.
Yep, and then it ended up going here and about this high in my house.
Wow. So pretty much up to the gutters.
Yes.
So how would they expect to clean up this area here along the bridge? I heard they want to kind of possibly go through some of your property to get some of this cleanup done, or?
Yeah, they want to do that. There's a couple different suggestions. MDOT have a suggestion. Michael has a suggestion. They have this neat little device that comes in and lifts them out, cuts them and lifts them at the same time.
Yeah. That they were using to clean up this morning. And
yes.
That'd probably be a little bit less destructive than
that is
using
very,
an excavator.
very less destructive. They were talking about having big trucks and bulldozers and everything else, and that would be a catastrophe.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only way to really get there is through your property, it looks like.
Yep. Because I own all the way up to 75 foot of the bridge. And I used to have more property than that, but it sort of dissipated.
Yeah. So this is some of the cleanup it looks like Michael did this morning.
Yeah,
here,
he was up
kind
there
of see where the tracks went.
Yep, just testing out. It's still kind of very, very soft.
Yeah.
It's all sand. I was never sand there before. It was all grass.
So the day that the dam breached, were you actually here or were you evacuated
We were here.
already?
We were here. We were evacuated that night and came back to get some possessions if we could, because the water was still not up to the pine tree yet.
Yes.
It was high, but it was not up. My boats were here, my shed was here, my decks were here, my pontoon lift was over there, my pontoon trailer was over there, and that's all gone.
Do you have any idea where it's at?
Nope. not yet.
Downstream somewhere.
Yep.
Did you have insurance here?
We're not covered. We're not in the floodplain.
I know a lot of people that even had flood insurance,
Yeah.
they're not even getting covered because it was a dam breach instead of just plain flooding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. There's
Yeah.
there's no monetary value. You pay insurance for 20-some years here, and you ain't got no insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Yeah, I'm just trying to cover this story, not really the politics beside it, because I know there's a lot of people that are wondering, well, who owns the lake bed now? And that's
Yeah.
kind of still up in the air.
Well,
There's a
Midland
lot
County owns the lake bed in Midland County. Gladwin County is a different scenario. But
no one knows yet if they're even going to rebuild these. And
No, you don't. You may have just a river.
Is there any way that anybody out there that sees this, would you need any help or any
Financially, I
suggestions
could
that you
use
can
all the
have?
help I could get because there's, I worked 31 years for Ford. I retired in 1996, over 24 years ago, and I'm on a pension.
Yeah.
And it's probably take $100,000 to put it back together.
Yeah. I see it looks like Edenville is starting to organize a web Facebook page now for Edenville Strong as well, so
That's quite
people could
possible.
probably look on there.
Yep. But if there's someone who wants to do it, they can contact me. I'm in the phone book, and I'd appreciate
All right. And your name is Jim Spearling.
Sperling, SP.
Yes. S-P-E-R.
Yeah, L-I-N-G. That's it.
So you heard it a little while ago. Just got done talking to Jim. This is some of his property, and you can see the devastation of where the water came through here. Here's the Tittabawassee River from this side, but the water came right through in that gap in the trees. Let's walk down here a little bit more, kind of see where the river level is now. The M30 bridge is definitely going to take a lot to clean up all these trees up here, as well as you can see over here the hole that is actually still in the bridge. If you want to volunteer or lend any help, I will be posting the links to the Facebook groups down in the description below, both for the Sanford Strong and Edenville Strong Facebook groups. There's lots of good information on there and people reaching out to help on there. Here we are at the upstream northern side of the Edenville Dam, and you can see the dam is right in there, right behind that boat lift. And where the breach is is right in this area. You can see where the dam berm is missing. You'll be able to see this a lot better on my actual drone video, but you can kind of see how deep these crevices are, as well as the water flowing through over there, and quite a few pontoons just sitting up on boat lifts yet. How long have you lived here in Edenville?
Almost my whole life. We moved here probably when I was 5, 6, or 7 years old, and so it's 20 years.
Can you kind of recount the day when the dams broke, what was happening before and then after the dams let loose?
Yeah. So I remember at first I was like really excited for the rain because I was like, I love rainy days. And then the rain just kept coming, and then we got word that flooding was happening, and then the water just kept rising, and we quickly saw that what was starting off to be like it's a fun little, flooding water, whatever, no big deal. It never stopped, and so we saw that there was going to be damage, and there was damage to our property. I took a kayak, and because we had 5 people helping out, so I immediately took a kayak and paddled along to check on other people. Kayaking, offering to help people. The water's so high. And that's a boathouse. That is a boathouse. So the boat is supposed to ride right in there, right? Water's up to their windows. You can see the cover for the boats. And when I got back, I saw that the water had risen another foot, and then we were just trying to save up the basement, just load stuff out of it, and then we got word that, or it was up to 30 inches outside the door, 30 inches outside the basement door. We were able to keep it a few inches on the inside through using sandbags and a tarp, but it was getting so much water outside that we were starting to see the basement doors bow in, like they were getting ready to explode. And then we receive a notification that the dam burst, or the dam broke. That power line is going to fall. There's a chair floating down the dam. And water started going down, and so what had been taking all day for the water to continue rising 4 or 5 feet, in 2 hours the water dropped that entire thing and just kept going. And we actually went down, my mom and I, we went down to the dam to see what had happened up close, and we saw this just torrential outpour of the lake, just decimating the trees and totally ruining the original river path, just making it non-existent, and just flowing into Edenville, flowing into the Sanford Lake, and we just knew like when we saw this coming down, you knew that meant terrible things for everybody downstream.
See that tree? All the bark's been stripped off of it.
Tree just collapsed. And it was just like, by then when this had happened, there was people's docks were floating away. Then they've been collected now and returned, and because they ended just elsewhere in the lake. But it was like you saw. We just knew that when this happened, that it was going to be catastrophic for everybody downstream.
It appears that since we've received this alert about the dam breaking, the water has dropped 2 inches. That's 2 inches in like 2 minutes, which it's been going up an inch to 2 inches every hour. And so, in comparison, that's crazy fast.
How high do you think the water level got up here? Was this grass completely covered here?
Yeah, the water was all the way up to the porch.
You see that? Like, this is normally a yard. I'm gonna show you. I've already been in the water all day, all morning, so I'm not really worried about it. This is normally still yard. Still yard. Still yard. Normally still yard. Okay, it's starting to get. This is far deep as I'm. This is still yard. This is still yard. It's supposed to be yard for another like 5 feet, and then there's 2 feet of rocks, and then it's supposed to finally be water. So the water's come up easily 7 to 8 feet already.
And yeah, I remember because like this, it was kind of funny almost, because the dock, we were checking in on a neighbor, and our neighbor was like, yeah, so you put your dock in, it seems to be a perfect spot. And we were like, no, we did not put the dock in the water. No. We never put the dock in, but it looked like it had been until it was finally underwater itself. Like there was just water everywhere.
There's the dock. That's normally on land.
I think a lot of people think the most affected areas are all downstream, but they didn't realize how much water there was up here on Wixom Lake before the dams ever let loose. So all these properties around here got massively flooded. It wasn't just downstream of the Edenville Dam. So if anybody's out there wanting to help, I know there's an Edenville Strong and a Sanford Strong Facebook page. Do you have any other recommendations of where people can help and where they can go to?
I think that those are the best resources, because one thing that happened to us is after this, like the immediate days afterward, is we started getting just like this never-ending stream of cars of people wanting to just see everything, and it just became like they were just gawking at us almost, and it felt like we were just their entertainment. And it's not, you know, like we're not trying to be that. So like if you want to come see it and come help, then Sanford Strong, Edenville Strong, those Facebook groups, even if you just post in there and say that you want to help out, somebody has a house that they want or need help with, but don't just like go up to people and or like go driving around looking for stuff, because it's actually just causing more distress, because you know we don't know what you're doing. You know, you're just driving through our property now to get access to the lake, or to just satisfy your curiosity of seeing this event.
Yeah.
You can see it on the news, right? Or you can see it in the video. But if you actually want to come see it up close and come participate, then find somebody who actually needs the help and go help them.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that were asking me, why am I not filming things close up? Why am I not doing in-person interviews closer? I'm like, need to let this give some time. People can watch my videos, and then they don't need to actually come here, see it in person, unless they actually want to help. And I'm not going to go shove a camera in front of someone's face unless they are willing to tell their story.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that's, it's good. There's a respectful way, and that's the thing. It's like there's a respectful way to go about the whole event, and even to go about participating, and there's a disrespectful way. Disrespectful way is to forget that everybody cares deeply about this. It's not just some random thing. Like this has been a part of our lives, our entire lives, and now it's dead. It's like the death of a celestial body almost. That's the lake fell through. I'm down so that's normally where like the average, you know, like a sandbar. So that part is normally underwater, like 4 or 5 feet up at the top of that hill. I'm down like 20 feet from that, standing next to this thing. I have no idea what this is. No idea. But that's it's still draining. Still draining, and it's draining fast.
I'm glad the Four Lakes Task Force put out there that they don't want people walking or driving on the lake bed, because I could definitely see some people out here wanting to just take some ATVs and just go booking it across here. So
they did. Before that happened, like that's literally we were out and we just saw them. Like, well, so.
Alright, so you heard it just now from Charles Clark, kind of the devastation that was around here and kind of ways to help out if you really want to help out, and the story firsthand of what happened here before the dam broke. If anyone wants to support my channel or support Edenville Sanford Strong, the descriptions are down below for my Patreon as well as my PayPal account. I can't get closer ups of the dam and the breach over here because I am just filming this on a GoPro, so eventually I'd like to get a mirrorless or DSLR camera. So if you want to support those efforts, links are down in the description below. Again, please subscribe, like, and share this video to get it out there in front of more people. It really helps a lot. And make sure you catch my next video that will be an update on the Sanford Lake as well as that whole area in town there. Until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.